For thousands of years, China has guarded secrets buried deep under mountains, deserts, and oceans, but few mysteries are as shocking as the story of the lost city that vanished for 2,000 years and then reappeared underwater, as if time itself decided to return it to the world. This is the unbelievable tale of an ancient kingdom forgotten by history, a city swallowed by nature, sealed away in darkness, and rediscovered in a way no one could ever imagine. Our story begins more than 2 millennia ago, during a period of kingdoms, battles, emperors, and rapid growth across ancient China. In a remote valley near what is today one of China's Great Lakes, a powerful city once stood. It was known in ancient documents as Yueyang, a city of scholars, engineers, soldiers, and traders. Historians believed it was a center of knowledge, a place where early innovations in irrigation, astronomy, and architecture were developed. But one day, without warning, Yueyang disappeared. Records mentioned it briefly, then stopped forever. Scholars debated for centuries what happened to it. Some said it was destroyed by war. Others claimed it was buried by an earthquake. Some believed it was simply abandoned. But the truth was much more dramatic, and it would take 2,000 years for the world to find out. For generations, the people living around the region told stories of strange shapes seen beneath the water when the light hit the lake's surface. They spoke of old stones, broken towers, and ancient roofs lying deep below. Many believed it was only myth, but the truth was hiding just out of reach. Everything changed one year when a long dry season hit the region. Water levels fell lower than anyone had seen in modern times. One early morning, fishermen noticed something unusual in the shallow water. At first, they thought it was a rock, but when the sun rose higher, they saw patterns carved into the stone. Shapes, lines, ancient marks. These were not ordinary stones. These were the worked stones of an old city. The news spread quickly. Teams of divers were sent in to investigate. What they found shocked even the experts. Beneath the calm waters lay the remains of an ancient city, perfectly preserved by time. Walls, gates, pathways, wooden beams hardened by centuries, and carvings that still showed scenes of daily life. Some roofs remained intact, held together by ancient engineering that had somehow survived 2 millennia underwater. The divers could not believe what they were seeing. It was as if time had stopped. The water had protected the city rather than destroyed it. The carvings looked fresh, almost new. Statues guarded the entrance to what appeared to be an old palace, and the symbols on the walls matched descriptions found in ancient scrolls about the lost city of Yueyang. At first, archaeologists thought this was just a small settlement, but the more they explored, the larger the discovery became. They found an entire city grid under the water. A central road ran through what must have once been the commercial district, lined with stone shops and storage houses. There were giant pillars with dragons carved around them. There was a massive courtyard with a platform that experts believed was used for ceremonies. Even more surprising, they found a tall tower still standing, its top just a few meters below the surface. Using underwater scanners, researchers discovered that the city stretched farther than expected, making it one of the largest submerged ancient cities ever found. But how did such a city end up underwater in the first place? After months of study, scientists finally pieced the story together. Thousands of years ago, the region experienced a series of powerful earthquakes. The shaking opened cracks deep in the ground, causing underground rivers to shift and water to rise. The lake expanded rapidly, swallowing farmland, villages, and eventually the entire city of Yueyang. People fled, leaving their homes behind. The water never receded. Nature had taken the city for itself. For 2,000 years, the city slept beneath the lake, perfectly preserved by the cold, mineral-rich water. Few civilizations from that time survived in such a complete form. What made the discovery even more amazing was what the archaeologists found inside the buildings. Some rooms still held tools, pottery, scroll cases, and other objects frozen in time. In one residence, they found bronze cooking pots still arranged in a kitchen. In another, a scholar's desk with inkstones and brushes still lying where they were placed 2,000 years earlier. In one temple, they found a giant stone tablet describing the city's festivals and rituals. The tablet spoke of music, dance, and astronomy. It described how the people observed stars to guide their seasons and how they built temples aligned with the movement of the sun. The more they uncovered, the clearer the picture of Yueyang became. It was a vibrant, educated, and innovative city that contributed greatly to ancient Chinese civilization. But the biggest surprise came when explorers reached the city's central chamber. There they found a sealed structure that looked like a vault. After carefully opening it, they discovered a collection of artifacts unlike anything seen before. Inside were golden ornaments, jade carvings, ceremonial masks, and scrolls written by the city's historians. One scroll contained the last recorded message from Yueyang. It described the rising waters, the fear of the people, and their belief that the city would someday return. Strangely, the final line read, "When the world remembers us, the waters will part." This mysterious statement fascinated researchers around the world. Some believed it was symbolic, representing a hope that future civilizations would rediscover their knowledge. Others believed it might have been a spiritual message, reflecting the people's belief in rebirth. As the water level continued to drop during the dry season, more of the city revealed itself. For the first time in 2,000 years, sunlight touched the stones. Roofs glistened. Walls rose above the surface. It was a breathtaking sight. People gathered from all over China to witness the lost city rising again. Many described it as stepping into the past. They could walk through corridors worn by ancient footsteps. They could stand where emperors once stood. They could see carvings that had not been touched by human hands for 2 millennia. The Chinese government quickly protected the area to prevent damage. Scientists from around the world visited to study the architecture, artifacts, and writing styles. The city provided new information about how ancient societies organized themselves, how they built structures strong enough to last thousands of years, and how nature can sometimes preserve history better than humans. The rediscovery of Yueyang changed everything. It became known as the Atlantis of China, a city lost not to myth, but to natural disaster. It proved that even after thousands of years, history is never truly gone. It waits, it sleeps, and sometimes it returns when the world least expects it. Today, parts of the city remain underwater, while others rise above it during certain seasons. A special underwater museum has been proposed so people can dive and experience the ancient streets, making it one of the most unique historical sites on Earth. The story of Yueyang reminds us that the past is not dead. It is alive, hidden beneath our feet, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. And when it does, it forces us to rethink everything we know about human history. This lost city that reappeared after 2,000 years teaches us that time is powerful, but discovery is even more powerful. As long as humans remain curious, history will continue to rise from the depths, one mystery at a time.